The March 9th meeting of the Board of Public Works and Safety. Roll call. Here.
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 Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No.
No.
Approval of the minutes of the meetings of January 12th and January 19th. Do I have a motion?
I have a motion to approve the minutes from January 12th and January 19th.
Second?
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against? Motion passes. Correspondence, item A, request for bid dates of March 16th and March 23rd with a bid opening date of April 6th for the 3rd District Local Street Project, Van Buren Lighting Improvement, 165th to Conkey. Do I have a motion approving those advertising and bid dates?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item B, correspondence received for Construction CAD Solutions requesting approval of a permit submitted for 2757 Sheffield. That is for WOW Business, and they're going to be running a cable down Sheffield and part of 129th. Do you have a motion approving this?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item C is a bid recommendation from Nice Engineering for the 2017 Hammond Whiting Sidewalk Program. I understand there's a question that has come up, and we should probably defer action on this.
Yes, we'll make a motion to defer action.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item D, alley access and use easement. Alley access and use easement east-west from the city of Hammond to Northern Indiana Commuter Transportation District.
This is for the Chicago Avenue project. NICTE and the city have exchanged mutual easements for the property that's going to be along where the tracks are relocated.
Right.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item E, correspondence received from Comcast requesting approval of a request for a permit to conduct work at 1401 165th Street, 1324 Field Street, and 165th and Kennedy.
Motion to approve the request.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Next, we have correspondence received from AT&T requesting permission to conduct work at 1716 165th Street. A little bit of work in the parkway, but it looks like most of the rest of it's on private property. So do I have a motion approving their request?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item G, correspondence received from Verita Telecommunications Corporation requesting permission to conduct work on 165th in Parish. Looks like it's along 165th and along Parish. And it looks like it's an underground 2¼ inch pipe. Pardon? It's a fiber optic run. I think it's just an upgrade of their system. That's what it looks like.
Any lane closures or anything like that? No?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like they're going to be working in the Parkway. They're starting at Osborne, and they're coming around, and they're going down Parish. So I think they've done stuff before like that. Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item H, correspondence received from Second District Councilman Pete Torres requesting $9,500 of district gaming funds be allocated for an amendment to design engineering contract.
Make a motion to approve.
Second on the motion.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item I, correspondence received from Councilman Kalwinski, Councilman Torres, Councilman Emerson, Councilman Warple, Councilman Rakos, and Councilman Higgs, each allocating $5,000 for various engineering services. Do I have a motion approving those requests?
Someone from engineering. Jonathan, are these connected to another project that's already been signed off by the mayor?
No, this is just, we do this every year. It's basically to help design any alley drainage problems. We've used them for the dog park a couple years ago. It's just something that we have if we
Is this
need.
something we would typically have the mayor sign off of?
I used to, but he said anything that's just engineering services,
no.
he's okay with. It's
Okay.
when there's an.
And the money stays in their district, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. We'll make a motion to approve the request.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Item J, correspondence received from Horseshoe Casino requesting permission to place light pole banners along Casino Center Drive. I think we need to refer this back to engineering so they can verify the ability of the light poles to actually handle that additional wind load. I think our streetlight manager has some information on those poles, and we just need to make sure that it's not going to create a problem.
We'll make a motion to send
Defer.
engineering for review.
Second. Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item K, correspondence received from Westland Bennett, PC, confirming representation of the City of Hammond for Chicago Street condemnation cases. Yeah, these are the ones that can't be settled through negotiations with the property owners, and they have to go to condemnation. There's always a few like that, so do I have a motion approving their contract?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item L, notice to residents Little Calumet River Flood Risk Management Project, Forest Avenue tieback. Well, yeah, they're gonna be doing some work. There's a tieback structure that is going to be installed there. So this is a notice that the Army Corps is sending these out, Jonathan?
I'm sorry?
Army Corps is sending them, or Basin Commission?
Yes, that, they're just giving us a heads up that they're
Okay.
doing work there.
Do I have a motion approving that?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item M, correspondence received from Chief of Police John Doty submitting the petition for retirement from the Hammond Police Department of Sergeant William Reshkin, effective July 2nd, 2017, the appointment of Sean Matheny as a probationary member effective March 2nd, and the disposal authorizations. Do I have a motion approving those requests?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against? I'd like to recognize Councilwoman Janet Benez. Item N, correspondence received from Fire Chief Jeffrey Smith requesting the promotion of Anthony Smith, Anthony Janiga, Timothy O'Neill, Nicholas Richards, and probationary firefighter to private firefighter effective March 7th.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item O, correspondence received from Alan Timbaland requesting a hearing on a denial of a business license for House of Cars, which he failed to appear for be given a new hearing date. How come he didn't tell us he couldn't make the last one? He's not in the audience, is he? What's your pleasure?
Do we need a motion? Do we need a motion, Chris? I'll make a
If we're
motion.
going to set a new hearing date, we do, yeah.
Deny the new hearing.
You want to deny it? Or you want to say no?
What's your motion?
Do you want to deny it or say no?
My motion is to deny.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those against, motion passes. Item P, finding of fact and decision on property located at 6609 Jefferson.
Okay.
We have a written finding of fact. Has everybody had a chance to review this?
Yes.
Yes.
What's your pleasure?
The board will enter the findings of facts and make available for anyone who would like a copy after the meeting.
Second.
I don't know if we need a motion on that.
We probably need to approve it, right?
Approve the motion, or the findings of facts and decision.
We have a motion to approve the finding of the fact and a second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item Q, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 5536 Claude, Second Amendment.
This is a property under a demolition order. They are making progress. He just needs a little additional time.
Motion to approve.
Second on the motion.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes. Item R, notice of violation hearing on property located at 6352 Homan.
Good morning. We're asking for the removal of the second floor apartment. This home is taxed as a single-family home. We did an inspection that started from rental registration, and we noticed the first floor has been converted back to a single-family home, which that originally had permits to be 2 units, but that has somewhere along the line became a single-family home, and then there's an outside entrance where you have to go, which was created somewhere also along those lines that made a second floor apartment. So we're asking for the removal of that apartment on the grounds of no permits to do the work and no fire separation from the first floor to the second floor.
All right. Make a motion to affirm the findings.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Item S, rental registration hearing on property located at 2838 173rd.
I bought this rental property in 2012, and at that time I was given a notice by the seller to pay rental registration.
Is this single family or is this multifamily?
It's a 2-unit.
Two? Do you own any other property in
No,
Hammond,
that-
or is this the only one?
This is the only one I own.
Okay.
2013 I paid, 2012 I paid. 2013 there was a moratorium and eventual legislation change in the state in 2014, and I didn't receive a notice in 2014, and I believe that, you know, the city had stopped sending out notices and requesting registration fees. And 2015 and 16 I didn't receive a notice, I didn't pay. 2017 I received a notice in February, and I paid promptly. I didn't intentionally avoid payment or registration, and I've had full liability insurance on this property. It's the only one I own in the city. I'm a very small-time landlord, so I'm just asking for leniency, and I've learned my lesson. I've talked to Chief Inspector Kearney, and he explained to me the importance of this registration process. Hi, Leslie.
We did have a conversation and basically the same lines he had stated, that we didn't notify him and that he was following legislation and never got notice of the legislation, the outcome of that. what should be somewhat of an excuse if the whole problem resulted from him moving and our information not being updated. So the fact that he wasn't being contacted because everything was being sent, like, was it linked to your mother's house?
Yes, it was. I had access.
And so the information was sent out, postcards have been sent out, as the board knows, it's been sent out every year. If he was getting his mail from his mother or whatever, I can attest to that. But the effort was there. We did try to notify him. Typically, if it's 1 year or so, it'd be an issue that would wait the board to make a decision if that should apply or not. Considering it's been 3 years, there's plenty of opportunity to call us, let us know that we've moved or that do I need to register, whatever, the legislation, any excuse to make communication with us to get the property registered. I wouldn't, we would make that effort to tell them what needed to be done. This is a legal 2-unit. We haven't had any issues there. Some police calls back in 14, but nothing serious that resulted in any major efforts to nuisance properties or anything like that. I'm willing to take whatever the board decides. I would recommend that we apply a 1-year late fee on 1 unit and for the rest. So it'll be a $500 fine registration for the other years.
Can you tell me, are we here for 14, 15, and 16? That's, okay. So how many of those years were we at 80?
13 and 14.
So just for
I'm
14?
sorry, he was registered for, last registered in 13, so it's 14, 15, 16.
And 14 was at the 80 amount?
14 is that-
And, okay,
is that fair enough?
okay. We're going to make a or accept the recommendation of the inspections department. We'll impose 1 late fee in the amount of $500. The units must be registered for 14, 15, and 16. If you want to stick around after the meeting, we can take care of that today.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Next, we have correspondence received requesting rental registration hearings. There's a few of them here.
When do we want to do that? We'll set these for, motion to set for April 13th.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item U, correspondence received requesting a rental registration hearing set for March 23rd to be heard on March 16th, as the property owner will be out of town the week of the hearing, the week the hearing's currently set. So it looks like it's a change in the date by a week.
Make a motion to approve the change request.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Item V, correspondence received from Salyer Plumbing Incorporated requesting permission to repair or replace water service at Corellis Roofing, 1247 to 1333 169th Street with lane closure. This is the one that we approved for a different plumber. It appears that they've decided to go with somebody else last minute.
Okay.
And actually, this is probably a little better because it's a cleaner operation. They're not going to have to close the street. It's just lane restrictions.
Motion to approve?
Second. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item W, correspondence received from Gary Gleason, Director of Public Works, advising of the placement of no parking signs on Kennedy Avenue east to the alley on 171st due to traffic congestion issues.
Looks like we're going to do it for the 90-day trial.
Right, he's going to put up for a 90-day trial and we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Motion to approve the trial?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
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 Those against, motion passes. Item X, correspondence received from Hammond Parks and Recreation requesting JF Mahoney Drive be rerouted to one-way traveling east on Saturday, April 1st from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. for indoor garage sale. That's, we typically do that any time we have a large event there to help with traffic flow.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item Y, certificate of liability insurance received from Ms. Dawn Tomich for a fireworks display at the Civic Center on Saturday, March 11.
I've talked with Ms. Tomich numerous times over the past 2 weeks about her deferments. I'm comfortable now with allowing her fireworks display after the wedding to take place, so I'll make a motion to do so.
Second?
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item Z, correspondence received from Controller's Office requesting additional petty cash box to regulate new audit controls with cash handling operations.
We are requesting the second cash box in order to comply with some audit findings from our past audit.
So do we need a motion approving that?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against, motion passes. Item 6, matters from other board members.
I do have one. I believe it was a request in December, a Puerto Rican Festival Parade, closing of Kennedy Avenue, I believe.
You know from where to where?
167, 169th, am I right, Don?
Do we actually have a route? Yes, because we don't have a route. What I was talking about was actually for the HC3 festival.
Yeah, but they want to do something similar to that where they shut down the street.
Permanently, just like they do for that parade? I thought that was just a parade route like the other parades that they do.
No, I'm not, I think it's a festival that is actually going to be there.
When's it going to be?
I don't have that information.
I don't have it in front of me either. You know, let me pull that motion back and let's defer this for 1 week so I can do a little further research on all the specifics about the route and.
Yeah, I think we need to know how long the closure is going to last, because sometimes in a parade, it could be short and
No, they did specify,
Okay.
it's in the minutes. I would have to go back and find it out.
okay. Item 7, matters from other department heads or their representatives.
I wanted to let the board know that 4548 Holman, Rudy's Bait Shop, the demolition is moving along, but we're going to have to leave a portion of the foundation in on the eastern side for the sidewalk and reinforcement, and also on the north side for the building next door. Fear is that if we take that foundation out, we may have a collapse. So I just want to make note that that is going to be left in ground.
Okay. Any other matters from other department heads or their representatives? Any new business? Any old business? Meeting's open to the public. Is there anyone in the audience who'd like to step up to the microphone? Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against?